Making money online is not as difficult as it may seem. How you make money can depend on what your interests are and whether or not you're willing to take the time to learn how to do it. One way of making money that many people don't think about is podcasting. Podcasts are an amazing opportunity for anyone who wants a voice in their field of interest, but they also provide excellent opportunities for monetization as well. In this video, we will talk about how podcasts work from a business standpoint and give you some tips on getting started with creating one yourself. What is podcasting? A podcast is a form of online broadcasting. The term podcast is derived from pod in Apple's iPod, which was a popular portable audio player, and cast, which derives from the word broadcast, meaning to distribute for general or public consumption. Simply said, podcasting is the transmission and distribution of material over the internet via audio files. Podcasts may be downloaded or listened to online using a computer, smartphone, or tablet. Subscriptions are required in most cases so that episodes to the content can be updated. Podcasting is changing the way companies communicate with their stakeholders, employees, and consumers. Your listeners have the freedom to pick the podcast and listen whenever, wherever, and however often they choose. There's virtually no risk for the podcaster since they will be providing a self-qualified, interested audience. A podcast may be personal, timely, informative, entertaining, and highly successful when done correctly. Where to start in podcasting? It's not difficult to start a podcast, but there are several stages you need to complete in order to get up and running. Planning. This is the first stage of making a podcast. Before you go any further, you'll want to spend some time here. It's a good idea to bring a notepad or a whiteboard so you can start thinking about your podcast like an expert. Choose a topic. You want your podcast to focus on a particular subject or niche. Look for something you can talk about for many episodes, 100 plus. But that isn't so narrow that you won't appeal to your potential audience. For example, instead of having a water sports podcast, talk about whitewater rafting. You may also add to your subject as you become more popular. Pick a co-host if you want. Do you want to co-host a friend, business partner, or co-worker with someone? If you have a co-host, it's considerably easier to get started podcasting. You'll have more engaging discussions if you both express your viewpoints on an issue. It's also beneficial to have someone who can keep the conversation moving forward. Plus, you may divide other activities like editing, promoting, and so on. However, you can face issues. You'll need to make sure both of you are committed to it for the long term, and it's a good idea to establish a timetable from the start so you know when you'll be recording each week. There aren't any regulations, though if your co-host leaves, you can continue the podcast without them. Alternatively, you may start solo and add a co-host at a later date. The most essential thing is simply to get started. So let's pick a name. Choosing a name. You'll notice a wide range of names on the top Apple podcast charts. Some are accurate representations of the program's theme, while others are meaningless. You should select a name that is more general than your topic. Instead, pick a name that will allow you to grow into other topics. Sounds like a contradiction, but if your niche is whitewater rafting, then look to name your podcast Whitewater Life. That way, you can migrate into traveling or talk about equipment rather than just whitewater rafting. Next step, purchase a domain name for your podcast. A free domain name with a Bluehost web hosting plan is another alternative. See description for link. Show format. Length. Some experts assert the particular lengths are ideal for podcasts, but that just isn't true. You don't need a 32-minute podcast because that's the average time people commute to work. There are 5-minute podcasts and 6-hour podcasts. Whatever works for you is the way to go. Style. You can do solo or co-hosted shows half the time and interview shows the other half. Just because interviews are a popular style does not mean you have to do one. One of the most significant advantages of interviews is that they help in the acquisition of new listeners, especially if you provide your co-host with pre-written templates and graphics to make it simpler for them to speak. Preparation. Now you've chosen a topic, formatted it and secured a domain name, will need to do some things ahead of time. As they look through Apple Podcasts or their favourite podcast app, your cover art is the first impression most listeners get. Next, choose intro music. Try using Epidemic Sound. Then, get a microphone. Don't go crazy. Google a couple and buy sensibly. Then reinvest in a more expensive one when the subscribers roll in. Podcast guests. If you're doing an interview, this is a good stage to make up a list of people you'd want to have on your podcast. Recording and editing. Even basic GarageBand or Audacity actions may be daunting to those who've never used editing software before. That's why we recommend Alitu. It's a podcast-making tool that automates many of the technical elements and virtually creates your episode for you. It's all browser-based, so there's no need to download anything, and it works with any computer linked to the internet. Time to launch. Grab a podcast host. After trying many different podcasting hosting services over the years, I highly suggest Buzzsprout Podcast Hosting. Upload your first episode. If you do use Buzzsprout, this process is straightforward. Otherwise, you will find yourself knee-deep in embedding ID3 tags into your MP3, which for the beginner is hard work. All you need to do with Buzzsprout is click the Upload button. How much money can you earn from podcasting? Many podcasters have found a unique way to generate money online without having to quit their day jobs. Instead of quitting your job and risking not obtaining work in the future, you can simply create non-stop content and continue producing it after you've gotten shared. The key is to put in the effort to make excellent material, publish fresh episodes on a regular schedule, and promote your podcast. 1. Sponsorship. The amount you earn from a sponsor is determined on the number of downloads your episodes achieve. Sponsors pay on a cost per thousand basis. 1,000 is Latin for thousands. Rates start at $18 CPM and go all the way up to $50 CPM, although well-known podcasts may even earn considerably more. 2. Direct support including premium content. Getting support from your followers can be as simple as asking them to send you money to keep producing episodes. There are many individuals who would gladly offer you a few dollars so that you may continue to create episodes if your material and personality are appealing. The ideal approach is to open a Patreon account and create a page explaining why you deserve financial help. 3. Affiliate sales. Affiliate sales are similar to sponsorships in that you get paid based on the amount of products sold for another firm, rather than receiving money for every download. You'll receive a commission for each transaction made. Audible has an excellent affiliate marketing program that a lot of podcasters and YouTubers utilize. Audible supplies you with a unique affiliate link to use. You get money for every sale made using your URL if someone clicks on it. More money than sense. Just to give you a taste of the top end of the market, the Joe Rogan Experience, on the other hand, earns approximately $800,000 each episode. His program generates $9.6 million every month due to a 3 times a week airing. What they don't tell you about podcasting. If you know there will be hiccups along the way, you'll be less likely to get frustrated when things go inevitably wrong. Even seasoned podcasters have difficulties from time to time, so it's vital to remember that even the most experienced may run into problems. Episodes are accidentally deleted, guests cancel without warning, entire episodes are recorded with the microphone off. It all happens, and it's quite normal. When things go wrong, you have 2 options. 1. Give up. Or 2. Dust yourself off and try again. We sincerely hope you always choose option 2. Do you have a podcast? Let us know in the comments about your journey, and be sure to subscribe for more weekly videos on ways you can earn money online.